Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Before we actually begin the show review, I have a little disclaimer. People who might be younger than 16 or maybe, that don't really want to have like a lot of serious things, topics being spoken about, you might click away now because this video will include sexual assault, traumas, depression and other funky shit that an adult will experience in their lives. So, alright. And probably there are not a lot of people who watch my videos which are younger than 16, but still I just want to give a little disclaimer because this video might get very serious. Obviously if you're not younger than 16, that's great because that's also my fan base, so I guess whatever. But alright, today I want to review Feestjes Voor. Yes, this is a Dutch or Flemish TV show, and it is about Aster and Celie, which are great friends, very great friends, like BFFs even, and they experience pretty much, very interesting stuff in their lives. So, alright, let's talk about these characters. Aster is played by Nidal van Rijn, which is obviously this Belgian actor, and Celie is played by Wille de Jaar, which is also this Flemish actor. And, this is a pretty interesting show. I would say it's like, it gives me some kind of like Heartstopper vibes, but also some kind of It's a Sin vibes, man. I'm not quite sure. Like, it is, I would say the first two episodes are, very funny, I would say. They're very funny. They have like little animations in those episodes, just like Heartstopper has with the little leaves and but these ones have sometimes like little subtitles because they're speaking in like a secret code or something, or I believe also in the first episode there was also some other animation going on. Yeah, interesting. It reminded me a bit of Heartstopper, but also It's a Sin, because It's a Sin is about the the AIDS virus and gay people, and this was also also about some gay people, and I thought very interesting stuff. So let's talk about it. That's why I'm also making the show review, because I love shows, I love films, and this is pretty interesting. So just a few days ago, by the time you're watching this, it might already be a week or 3 or 4 maybe, I don't know, depends when I release this video obviously. It has just been out like for 4 days or 5 days even, and it's a pretty new show actually. And I said, well, okay, let's watch it. I saw like a few promotional materials about it on Instagram. I was like, okay, sure, whatever, let's watch it. The episodes are very short. They're pretty much like 13 to 15 minutes. That's not a lot. Like, holy shit, I thought that this show was going to be like 40 minutes episode each. But it's an 8 episodes series with like an episode being 15 minutes, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's really short. So you can literally binge watch it in an hour or so. I don't know. But pretty much like maybe 80 minutes, whatever. I don't know. So, alright. Let's talk about the first episode. We have New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is obviously, interesting. It's a great, party, whatever. But these two characters meet on New Year's Eve, which is interesting. Obviously, we find out why. But they become friends. They have this mutual, I would say, not really friend, but it's like a mutual person that they know. And the guy, so obviously Aster knows this guy because he already had sex with him. And yes, it's that kind of video. And Celie is trying to, make her moves. But there we go. But obviously these two characters, bond with each other because after a while they had that person. So there we go. And that person is also played by Pierre Gervais, I believe that's his name. I wrote it down, but there we go. Alright, interesting first episode. I really loved like the dynamic that they had, and I really loved like the Flemish accent. I am not I don't have an accent that those guys have, but I just really love the rolling R that the the female actress had. I found it funny because I'm from West Flanders and they're pretty much from the other provinces here in Belgium, which I really liked. Why not, right? Alright, there we go. Second episode, Gay Night. Oh, this was also a very interesting one. I mean, the female actress looked very cute. What? I don't say things like that, obviously not. No, just kidding. Gay Night was about, they're preparing themselves for a party, but they find out that the party is not a gay night. It's actually a football, match party. I don't know. So they're like in the bathroom the entire episode without actually, knowing that they're not at a gay night or a gay party. So yeah, alright. I really found like some quotes very funny because there was this person who really needed to go to the toilet and she said, "Oh, I really need to shit, man." I just found those kind of things very funny because it's very random, but it makes me laugh. Alright, that was very interesting. Yeah, alright. The third episode is, I guess, roughly translate family party or family funeral, whatever. So yeah, the two characters, they're still friends. That's great, but a few months have passed since the first and the second episode. So there we go. I believe they also already live with each other now. So there we go. So yeah, all right. They go to this funeral, but we find out that the female lead, I guess, which is Sally, her mother died because of cancer, and she doesn't want to go to a funeral because she never went to her mother's funeral, and it's like she can't cope with it. So there we go. All right, interesting. Yeah, I find that very interesting. Obviously, you don't have a lot of time to explore these characters, but the third episode was really interesting. Obviously, you find out more about the female lead, and you already know that Esther, the main character, I would say, is already like open, of being gay, but not to his family. So we also explored that bit there. So alright, the fourth episode, and now these things are getting interesting because that's like the mid-season episode, the fourth episode out of the 8 episodes that are, there. So alright, Halloween, we find out that these two characters slept with another guy, but obviously it's the same guy from the first episode, but they didn't do anything, they just slept next to each other. But they're pretty much hungover, I guess, yeah. And they want to find out what happened because they can't remember, like both of them, which I really found funny. So they go back, like, the Hangover movie style. They go back to the places that they went in the house to, know what's up. And they also ask one of the roommates what happened, but that guy just, takes notes of everything, which is kind of creepy too, but whatever. All right, yeah, but we find out that this character that they slept with forgot his keys. All right, fair enough. Okay, give that man a bed. Sure, why not? But we also find out that that guy sexually assaulted the female lead, which, damn, that was unexpected. I thought this episode was going to be very fun. The series was going to be, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be full of joy and, oh no. I could try to describe it with Patrick Bateman memes. The first episodes felt like, oh yeah, that meme where he, Patrick Bateman is like smiling and, doing things. But at the end of the series, you get like, what the hell happened? Like, what the hell? Holy shit. But yeah, Halloween, interesting episode. Obviously, trauma's built up towards the female lead and the female character. It's, it's tough, man. Holy shit. I just, I can't believe that there are actually people living like that. Holy shit. Like, for people not wondering, I just hate those guys, man. What the hell? I don't understand. Like, I would never dare to do anything like that to a woman. Like, what the hell? I can't even describe it how I feel. Like, it's a show, right? But there are people who do that. Like, at clubs, whatever, when they're drunk towards another drunk girl. I don't care, but, have some self-respect and try to, find your, border, man. Okay, they just had a little problem because the guy forgot his keys, but no, no, just don't do anything without having like the consent, right? That's the word, and that's the thing you need to do because, yeah, there we go. Let's just talk about the next episode. Anti-Valentine is the next episode. And that's where they celebrate Valentine, but anti-Valentine, there we go. They just hate Valentine, or the female character does, which is Sally. She's also Olivia at some point. She got referred to Olivia in the second episode. Why? We don't really know why, but whatever. She might have known. She might have known the owner of the gay night football night party. But there we go. Celie, right? She hates Valentine, so she together with another character create anti-Valentine, where they celebrate not being in a relationship. Voila. Alright. And this character is actually this other gay character who, together with Celie makes this anti-Valentine party. And he was called Bovo Boys, something like that. And I was like, I recognize that guy. I'm not quite sure why, but I did. And I think I hopefully did some research. He went to a, was it like theater school in Ghent, which, it's for art and stuff like that. Oh yeah, it's an art school in Ghent. But I was like, maybe. But I think he might have studied in the same school as I did in Bruges, but whatever. I'm not quite sure. But hey, I still really like that I recognize him from somewhere. Whatever. So there we go. So these two characters, Celie and this other character, this other gay character, celebrate anti-Valentine together with, obviously, Aster. But Aster gets a little bit jealous because they get along very nicely, and he doesn't like that because he's like stealing, or she, or it's they, them, stealing Esther's best friend. Okay, so there we go. Alright, we have surprise next. Surprise is about the surprise party for Esther. Together with Celie and the other gay character, they celebrate a surprise party. But this surprise party is shortly interrupted because, Esther is not feeling like friends anymore with Celie, which is interesting. And he doesn't really want to become friends anymore. Like, he just doesn't have the feeling anymore. So, yeah, that's a bit sad. But alright. A few months later, it is... I think it is, I think I wrote down goodbye versus rave, or goodbye drink, goodbye drink versus rave. So, yeah, this is a episode where the two characters actually try to talk to each other, saying like, I'm not quite sure if we want to become friends anymore. We should stop being friends. Like, you push me aside, you do this, you do that, you don't spend spend a lot of time with me anymore. So there we go. Yeah, it's sad, but they don't want to leave each other. And then we have half a wedding. Oof. Alright, this is interesting. So after a few months, they're still friends, but something is off because, they need to go to two weddings, one from Astra and one from Celie, and they can't reach the other wedding in time, which is interesting. So yes, they can't reach the weddings or the second wedding in time. They get stopped by the mother of the groom or something, and they don't feel like being friends anymore. Like, she accidentally drives a little sign like off the ground, whatever. But just they don't really click anymore, man, and they just say it's over, like it's done. And damn, I was like, no, you don't do me like that, man. Holy shit, the ending was I felt it, man. I felt it, that's for sure. I just damn, it's about like friendship. It's that's my overall friendship is important for me too. I love my friends, I love everyone who is my friends. Like, I love them till I die, man. Holy shit, like I just appreciate so many people. I can't say I was not touched by the ending, but I really was, because my friends are everything to me. Like, holy shit. And obviously this was a friend-com instead of like a rom-com, a romantic comedy. It's like a friend comedy, but that's also where a little negative opinion of me, or my negative thought is like, it is a friend-com, but there's not a lot of comedy going on. I think the first two episodes really lent into like the comedy aspect, but later down the series it got really dark. I just thought maybe a few more jokes. Like, I'm not quite sure, but absolutely, the show was absolutely fantastic. But I'm not quite sure. Like, this was a really serious. Oh yeah, don't mind my hand here. It's just, you know, ballpoint, whatever. Wrote lots down while making this video. No, just kidding. It's exam, whatever. Already happened. Well, when there's a video airs. But anyway, yeah. This show is pretty cool. It's about friendship and something that I really admire and really hold close to my heart, because, damn, I know, you know, there are people who might be friends for now, but in a few months, weeks, years, they won't see each other as much as they used to, and maybe you'll miss that. Maybe you won't, and maybe it's for the better. But damn, it was an interesting show, and that's why I really wanted to make a video about it, because I think this video is already like 15 minutes long or whatever, but I think new badge and TV shows are often very good, and I really want to talk about it, because some shows really deserve some kind of video that people talk about. It's not really, you know, it's not really like a show that will go on for like a second or third season. That's probably not possible, because the character development, you lose it eventually. And I think one season now is good enough. It's a great ending. Episodes are, like I said, 10 minutes, 15 minutes long max probably. But I don't think, and I hope that they won't make a second season, because it would ruin their, you know, character development, and I'm not quite sure if they would actually. But great episode nonetheless, or great series nonetheless. Before we actually go and talk about the other things, I just really want to interrupt, because the music was also very good. The music was composed by Johannes Heenaert or something. Yeah, and he made an absolutely fantastic piece of art. Like, holy shit, that music piece, wow. It begins off very slow, but at the end of the song, it's like a flamboyant journey, I would say. I'm not quite sure. Like, the song goes from really soft to really chaotic too, and that's pretty much, I think, like the overall vibe that you have with the friendship that these characters have. Like, they start off, you know, pretty friendly towards each other, but then obviously, you know, after a few months, years even, it's getting chaotic. They don't really know who the other person is anymore, and wow, I really set that quite beautifully, I think. And yeah, you really get to experience in the music how the characters would feel towards each other. I'll let you listen to the music really quickly. So I'll begin with a slower part and then go on to a more aggressive part, I would say. Really recommend it. It's on VRT Max. It's pretty much free if you live in Belgium, so there we go. Why not, right? Just sign up and you can watch it. But yeah, really liked it. I really liked it. That reminded me of like Heartstopper, and also It's a Sin. Like I said, yeah, it's a pretty 2024 or 25, whatever, whenever you're watching this show or a video, you know, it's a pretty recent show. It's really about now. I could clearly see that. It's about people, you know, being 20, you know, people being in the 20s, and they want to live, they want to have a lot of, you know, partners and whatever, and sometimes they make mistakes, and sometimes, you know, they live with the people that they met, and yeah, it's just life. You gotta make decisions, man, and that's where I'll end this video. Holy shit, that was a great video. I think my opinions are very interesting. Obviously, I'm just a YouTuber. I just talk about the things that I really like. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Goodbye.